Well, hello, welcome to the bathroom declutter. I'm just doing a quick little tour, the before shot, if you will. It's pretty bad. I didn't really want to show you to begin with because, yeah, I'm kind of lazy when it comes to the bathroom. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like I can't keep anything in order. I have tried a few little systems, which I'll talk about later, and I do plan on getting a little more organized in the drawers. I feel like that's my big problem area. And I'm sick of having a little jump scare every time I open the drawer to brush my teeth, brush my hair, do my deodorant, all that kind of thing. So we need to get that micro organized. That is not in this video because I don't know, I didn't actually do it. But we did get decluttered, which helps a lot. And by the way, just so you know, I am sweating my little booty off. Apparently, Autumn didn't know it was supposed to arrive, and it's like a 31-degree day. I was working on my garage declutter and I was like, this is just too hot. I waited months and months and months from when I would normally do it because I thought it would be cooler, but no, Autumn's had other ideas. So anyway, we're starting in this top drawer. Have my handy dandy little lavender garbage bag and we're getting into it. So as you can see, I do have these wonderful little clear organizers from Kmart. I got them a couple years ago. I want to say it was like five, maybe $7. It was pretty cheap. And I just at the time I really needed to micro organize this situation because I had the bamboo ones and they just get covered in toothpaste and it would just look bad and it just never felt like something I could work with, and it was just a frustration point for me. And yes, these things that are stuck on the inside of the drawer are like some kind of laminate situation. I'm sure it was like a 90s thing or whatever just to cover the drawer, but I want to pull them off and see if I can clean up the glue at some point. It's definitely not like a thing I need to do right now because that brown stuff isn't mold and it's not dirt. It's literally just the glue that seeped through and is just, it's had it. So anyway, I decided that getting those little clear things would really help me organize this drawer, and it has actually worked wonders because I know some people in the comments of other videos that I see, it's like, oh, this is such a waste of money for organizing, like this is excessive. But sometimes it's really not. Sometimes it actually makes the difference between having a space that is functional and having a space that's not functional. Anyway, I did give the drawers just a little clean. I just vacuumed with my Dyson. I don't care. I like using my vacuum in the bathroom. Why make a job harder than it has to be? And then I use my Organic Choice Co. wipes. They're like the household wipes. They're just like a little better for you than the Dettol ones that I used to buy. But I think it was $10 from Aldi. And they do alright. I don't know if it's that fantastic compared to other ones, but I like them. And these are just the containers that I was saying from Kmart. They are so good. The little lids just stop anything from getting in there because that was the problem before. Toothpaste would go all over it. And now it doesn't happen, which is fantastic. But I did see that Kmart brought out more of these clear containers just in like a narrower shape. So I might actually get some more to fill in the blank space in between the two rows. Just, I feel like we could rework this and get a few more in there and get even more organized so that I don't have to see anything unless it's completely organized, darling. I know sometimes it's a little bit irrational, but that's okay. That's how my mind works. So anyway, I put all these teeny tiny little elastics in there. I've had this container for like 5 years. Like that's why it's literally, I don't know, disgusting and like half broken. But I was like, I need to use these up. My hair is like down to my butt length. I need to go and get a haircut. I wanted it really long. I wanted it like Rapunzel length. Throw it out the tower, darling. But now that it is long, I'm like, what can I do? A pony? Oh, hold on. Did that yesterday. Ooh, a plait? Ooh, did that the day before. No, two plaits? You run out of ideas. And it's way too heavy to put on top of my head. It just falls down unless I do it with the double hair tie, but then I get headaches. So anyway, it looks cute. It's not that practical. This is my lip balm collection. Yes, I have about 1 million of them because it is way too sensory for me to have dry chapped lips. So, and I'm a picker. Like I will sit there and pick all the skin off if it's dry. So I needed to have a supply at all times. And I asked my husband for Christmas last year, I said, just get me like a bunch of lip balms and put them in my stocking. And that's what he did. I'm so grateful because I lose those things on a daily basis. Unmedicated ADHD, it's, yeah. Anyway, we've moved on down to the second drawer. This was literally like the deodorant drawer and just like all my random bits and pieces. So you'll see I've got bath bombs at the back. I've got leftover disgusting deodorant caps. We have this little box that I thought was working for me and it didn't. And I just, anyway, those baby products I've had since my son was born. So if that tells you anything, it has been a while, but I was determined to use some of it up before it was thrown in the bin. And you know that I did. My legs can always do with a good little hydration station. So this is what I did. I just literally put it on my legs and I'm pretty sure I just threw it out because, honey, if I haven't used it in however many years, I don't think I'm going to start using it. So I think it was just a SebMed one. And anyway, I don't know why the clip is so long. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's the expiry 2019. Great, 2019. What year are we at? I feel like it's still only like 2021. Anyway, for the first time in my life or in the history of living in this house, I just realized that it's only the top drawer that has that weird blue stuff in it. So maybe someone else removed the other ones and I just need to do the top one. Anyway, I gave her a once over with the wipes again. I feel like it really just didn't do much. At this point, the bathroom just needs to be redone. But it's not my house, so I don't plan on redoing it. I wish I could. I wish I could spruce a few little things up. Just a quick little DIY renovation on this space. But, you know, it's not worth my time or money. So anyway, here we are. Apparently, I just really wanted to keep this entire clip in, just in case you did not know how to clean one of these things. So anyway, I'm about to quickly cut to me putting stuff back in and it's pretty much just ended up the way it started off. So I think I will be going to Kmart tonight. I'm going to take my daughter out, get a little shopping retail therapy, and I'll just see if they have a couple of drawer inserts or some kind of organizer to keep that looking a little tidy. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just a little tidier. And this is the bottom drawer. This would just be my hair stuff. Like, as you can see, it's really just random stuff that I don't use. Probably stuff that I told myself, I'll put it in this drawer so I know to use it, and then I never do. Like face masks. I saw this one at Innisfree, and I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to use it. I did not. No, I still haven't used it actually. Anyway, I've got a few little samples here. If I ever see a Pell's Apothecary in a hotel, darling, you know it's coming back with me. Normally, I don't take hotel stuff because that's just not me. That's not my era. But the Pell's Apothecary, damn, that stuff is expensive. Okay, I just looked it up. It's $55 for 500 mils. Okay, so you know I'd be taking it from hotel rooms. I can't afford it. Anyway, didn't realize it was cheaper than that Aesop, I don't know how to say it. But it actually is. Anyway, I'm pretty much salivating at the mouth because I can smell it through my computer screen because I was having a quick little look-see. And, you know, maybe I'll just place an order for myself. Wow, has it been really 8.5 minutes of me talking to myself? That's applaudable. Or maybe deplorable, who knows. Anyway, here we are. We're onto my cupboard. I'll play a song eventually, but I feel like I need to walk you through this just in case you couldn't suss out what's happening. Anyway, I just decided to create one container that was entirely for bath bombs. You know, ask me how many times I take a bath a year, and I'll tell you it's probably under zero. I very rarely take a bath, and you know what? I do enjoy having an entire container of bath bombs. Anyway, it's usually just my husband because he walks past the shop and he goes, oh, this is fun. Smells it, buys it, you know. He gets suckered in. Anyway, these little containers I'm pretty sure were just from Kmart Kmart a few years ago and we love them. They're great. They're so wipeable even though I never wipe them out. So if there is a spill, like I love to use the Palmer's coconut body oil just all over my face. Darling, like bathe in it. Look like I've been sweating for the last hour. Love to do that. But you know, she is slippery, a little sucker, and will just end up anywhere and everywhere. So these are great to wash out because I used to have wicker baskets in there. No, you could tell what would happen. Anyway, I just kind of stacked my bigger products, that things that I want to use, they're in a line on the top shelf, just because there is a different size shelves. Did that make sense at all? The top shelf is a little bit shorter than the bottom shelf, which is actually quite nice. It works out really well. But so I can put my super duper big products on that bottom shelf, and they fit inside the cupboard, which is fantastic because we do have quite limited space in here. And yes, we have thought about moving. We're umming and ahhing about it. I think I may have talked about this already, but we're just not sure. It's like, do we decide to move, have a bigger place, and spend more money, or just tough it out for a little bit and then save the money? I just, like, I'm in my area where I'm like, I just want to save as much as I can. Sydney is so expensive, and there's just not a lot of houses available for rent. Where a few years ago there was, like, when we were looking for houses, basically any area, it would be like 6 plus, 7 plus houses, maybe even up to 10 houses in that suburb available for rent. Now you're lucky if there's 2 or 3 a week, and it's pretty dry out there, so I think we're just gonna hold off for a little bit. Hopefully, the market will change by the time we get to moving out. But it is frustrating just feeling like we're a little too cooped up in here, but our time will come. Anyway, I'm gonna play a song because this has been ridiculous. Almost 12 minutes of me. Go shut up.
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be. Where did it begin? Where did it end? Hanging on loose strings, unable to bend. I never listened, trying to prove it, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever.
Okay, as you can see, I gave this area a little bit of a wipe down, a scrub, if you will, with the good old gumption. We do love gumption and a scrubbing brush. and just wiped out what I could. I could spend hours on it and make it look pretty good, but I just don't want to. Like, there's just no point. Like, I'm gonna waste minutes of my life doing something that's gonna improve something that at some point someone is just gonna rip out. So I don't care. I hardly ever see it, but I was just like, oh, let's get the real groany stuff off of here. So I can just feel a little bit better when I put the stuff back. I did do this over a few days because mentally I need to tap out at some point. I don't know if you're the same, but I can't always follow through with the task from start to finish, especially with kids interrupting me. It's not a problem. I don't care. I chose to be a mother. It's more just, it's especially with ADHD, it's like, okay, I'm on a roll. Oh, I'm getting stopped. I'm on a roll again. I'm getting stopped. Like, being able to follow through with the task gets harder and harder and harder. So anyway, I have learned to live with the chaos and just roll with it. Normally it would frustrate me having mess about, but I'm learning to relax a little bit and just like I have a pile in my hallway of all the decluttered stuff, and I decluttered months ago. I will get there. It's just right now it's not the time. We've been through a bit this year, and I'm just like, I'll get there when I get there. And you know what? It is nice just to let go a little bit. I think I can try to have really high standards for myself, and it can be almost exhausting. Like, especially when you see the stuff on TikTok. And let me tell you now, they do not have kids. And if they do, the stuff they are showing you are very selective stuff, okay? Because the ones that are hyper organized, hyper clean, either they're spending their entire life cleaning and not spending any time with their kids, or you spend time with your kids and let your house actually get a mess, or have no kids. That's the options, really. And as much as I would love to have like a spotless display like home, it's just not realistic. And I just want to be in my kids' lives. I think that's the thing I've learned in the last year or so, is just being relaxed. Like, hey, yeah, I just cleaned up that dining table and you've put stuff and you're doing lots of different things down, but you know what? You're happy and you're doing something creative. And that's more important to me than being able to see somewhere to eat for dinner tonight. If you are seeing that little ring light in my video, it was like on clearance from Kmart for $3. You like attach it to your phone to be able to like film videos and whatnot, but I don't actually ever use it like that. I use it for situations like this so I can see the inside of the cupboard. Well, actually, so you guys can see the inside of the cupboard. Because I get sick of filming them and I'm like, you can't really see in there. So it does help a little bit, and I think for $3 it's worth it. Anyway, managed to do a pretty good job of this space underneath. I feel like I could always declutter so much more. Like the hair shaving, hair cutting kit that we have in there. I've not used that since like 2021 when the hairdressers were not available. But then I'm like, what if there's just one day where I just need to do like a quick little haircut and I got rid of it. So I never know. Let me know what you would do with something like that. Would you just eventually get rid of it? Like this hairspray that I've been holding on to that has been broken for months, maybe I think close to a year, and I was like, oh, I'll fix it, and then I never did, so I just threw it out. Anyways, as you can see, my bench is quite the mess. Yes, a lot of it is just from when I do my makeup and when the kids are getting ready of the morning, so it tends to pile up. And also that washing pile. Those are like my two common areas of what takes up our tiny little bench space. I don't know, we just have nowhere to put our clothes that we're going to use again, so we just kind of throw it there so we don't like just use it once and then put it in the wash, if that makes sense. I wasn't joking when I said the mess builds up rather quickly. I think this was maybe 2 or 3 days later, maybe at most. So yeah, that's the bag of stuff that I managed to declutter. It seems like quite a bit for the bathroom. I honestly wasn't expecting more than like a handful of products. I think I did go through my makeup little containers that I have, and I got rid of a handful of lipsticks that I don't know. I've really simpled my life down when it comes to makeup. I'm not in my collector phase anymore. So just like a few lipsticks that I know I like, a few eyeshadow palettes that I know I like, etc., etc. I mean, the 2016 2017 beauty influencer hype has really died down and just left me with a bunch of stuff. I don't mind. I still enjoy makeup. Do I get to do it as much as I'd like to? No, not at all. I'd love wearing makeup, and maybe I get to do it twice a month, 3 times a month if I go out somewhere. So, anyway, it is what it is, really. Honestly, though, I'm so happy with the way that that bathroom space turned out under the sink. It just feels like it's a little more freeing when I'm looking for something and I'm not like, oh my god, why do I have so much stuff and I'm not even using it. And it just feels like, hey, I know that product's probably been open for a while. Let's use that up. Hey, I've got 3 body washes out that I didn't know I had. Let's use some of them up. Because honestly, I just buy and buy and buy again. That's what happened with my deodorant. I think I had 4 or 5 cans and they were all almost empty. But I still buy more because I see it half off. I'm like, oh, it's calling me. Anyway, I hope you've been enjoying the series. It's taken me a lot longer to do than I expected. Life really just threw life at us and just kind of derailed me for a little bit. So I've just been trying to get back on that. And honestly, I was like, I'll turn these videos around every 2 days. We'll be good and the series will be up in like a week or two. No, not at all. But we have lots more to come. I have so many rooms, especially. No, not at all. I hate saying it that way. Yeah, especially my garage that I just did. I just did it, okay, and it was horrific. So much stuff is still out on my driveway that I'm gotta throw away. Luckily, I got everything in because it seems to be the rain week. We have had non-stop rain for like a couple of weeks, couple of days. My goodness, it's like 24 degrees. I'm melting in this room, and my brain has gone to the consistency of a melted soft serve. Anyway, lucky for you, this shenanigans is over, and I will see you in the next declutter video.